Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your...
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, doesn't wish to hurt you. Not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new... Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been...
The explosion of static you're hearing, blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised.
You should probably check on Kim. It doesn't sound like he's doing all too well.
Right behind you, officer.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a...
So, what we are experiencing is a concept...
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, at the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear or think...
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get it.
The pale? It's the end of the world. I built it myself.
And she's proud of it too. As she ought.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond. No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a... Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through. Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. If you've got something really important to say, you can do... God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She's carrying a 2-barreled front loader. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
All good, officer.
She looks at the machine, assess...
Oh, fuck it. Problem solving.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your...
Oh, yes it is.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming? Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now. No, wait. Finally, it... She flashes you an incredulous grin. Then she exhales sharply. You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens on this case, believe me.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. That tent there.
Plain red tent. It was pitched by practiced hands. You see a rolled-up sleeping bag.
We should put her in the sleeping bag, so the rats don't get to her.
The lieutenant nods. There she lies, cocooned in the sleeping bag, surrounded by empty cigarette packs, magazines. You should look through them. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover.
See anything?
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of them, you pocket the worn brown leather she watches by.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover, this was important to her. When the journal falls open, about 2/3 the large cursive of someone who writes quickly, and perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny... It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and
We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism. Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude short wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal. The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. You have no idea what she means. These are personal notes. Don't expect the thick journal bound in brown. The most recent entry, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man.
I don't think she killed a mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed. Too bad we didn't really get to hear her.
This whole thing was a Don't get emotional.
By the Hardy Boys? By Glacier? By us? Glacier was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself. Or either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling in rags.
Bratan! Now is the time! Bratan! Don't... But Bratan, I understand. I just wanted you to have fun.
The lifeless necktie looks like a colorful intestine of some dead animal. Oily. Seems you'll never learn the answer to that question.
Yes, what is it? The scruffy-haired little boy kicked.
Our Canada policeman.
Stop. Now. Crisis. Death. Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box. Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pockets. It would be better if you didn't have to.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning. Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to... Shut up! Not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. There's something very wrong.
Shh.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can...
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Courty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street?
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this.
He is facing overwhelmingly superior.
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man...
Fuck, there's the third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
The Mercenary Tribunal. My plan is not to get killed, but we have to...
He doesn't want to, but he must.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time.
I think he's come. No, he didn't. He's about to open fire. You can't think that way now.
Pig fuck!
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the gun...
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out first. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please. Of course, nothing bad will happen. Talk about his dead friend. He seems stable enough to take it.
Don't fucking talk to me about my brother, loincloth.
Okay, yes. Immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing you.
Yeah? Who did that?
Time. You had time to fuck around in that church, to run errands for your
Time is up, loincloth. Give me a name. Now! How fucking convenient. You think you're funny? What if I just shot one of your... How about the Kipt? That'd be fucking funny.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead...
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her. Your mind grinds to a halt. All you can see is the revolver. He pulls the trigger. A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle. The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
She's not. She's bleeding out. If she doesn't...
Fuck this!
There's a coarse shuffle against something. Is
Gene! Cancel Lizzie! Now!
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude.
All of you cunts inside out.
This talking shit won't help you. What's the matter, loincloth? Mouthful of dick. Think I'm gonna fucking spare you? Rude. Kill him.
The porcelain man raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His hands are steady, and the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. From the corner of your eye, you stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it. His eyes in 0.4 seconds remain. There are 6 little black dots in the tip of the barrel, like a... Is there anything? We could just dodge the first shot, and the second would be easier. Drunks are quick to anger, and the shot rings and you stop. Something violently tugs at your shoulder, pushing you backwards with incredible force. A volcano of the pain flows over your entire body like an awful shock.
God, please.
Then, 2 shots ring and you hear a scream, but you're too hurt to see who got blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back. An unbelievable shot from the Glen, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out. Oh God! You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest. Point a look of happiness. His eyes seem unnaturally bright. Here it comes. You simply blink, then something inside your pelvis explodes. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushed nothing, a persisting darkness, dancing lights of pain. Distant.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. You hear me? Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves. You hear a roar of pain, a death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight. He's not taking it. His body is not taking and rotting and being disinfected and smelling.
He can't go. Not but there was a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stops.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double. It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters.
Sunrise, Parabellum. What happened? We tried to take the diplomatic route and hoped they wouldn't attack first. As retaliation, the rifleman shot you. He hit. With his carabine. I was looking for a clear line.
He sounds a tiny bit sorry. He did not find...
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes...
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital. Yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left. Yes. You were bleeding out by then. You warned me. I was able to disarm Cortana before he got the jump on me.
Thank you.
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened. Yes. This is the one. He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured.
There is unveiled.
We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. 6. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus. The fat one, he took a lot of bullets. And Elizabeth too. Elizabeth Beaufort was her name. The gardener. No, she bled out before Everard's surgeon could help her. Everard sent his personal doctor, but a costly loss for the Union. She was being trained for leadership. She never had a chance. She should not have been there in the first place. There was no way to convince them.
Stop this line of thought now. You're too broken for ghosts.
All. Yes, officer. 6 people are dead. It's not a success.
Plus 1. Ruby.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. And we...
His smoking. His hunched back. You have it worse. But he took a real beating. That cigarette...
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day. 2 days. In and out. It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off. Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off. Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed. Pretty bad, officer. You've suffered 2 wounds. The first is below your shoulder. The bullet passed through your shoulder. The second shot hit you in the thigh, the left quadriceps. No major arteries were nicked, but the bullet had to be removed. We will see. No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. Back to that shithole, he says.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site. I'm sure they are worried about you. I did. No need. Not very. I have a concussion from the Major beating me with the butt of his gun. I tried to not move. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me. Easy now.
You can take it. Just don't leave.
How are you? Your disco days should have been done quite a while back, Lieutenant. I honestly don't know. We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too. Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines, or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps... Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Glacier too. We really should have arrested her, you know? Oh yes, she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. I asked. Turns out it was a bad idea not to arrest her. But maybe it was a good deed that will pay off.
Who would have figured?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect. Absolutely. There's no other way to...
He's made his peace with it. He's had time to do so.
What? Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to catch everything. I don't know. That's been there for years. Yes, God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable. We could find thousands more if we wanted.
But they seemed so mysterious.
No need to be melodramatic.
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
I'm listening. I'm ready to hear what you think about solving crimes now. It really is very hard.
He sounds surprised. That concussion must be making him dizzy.
No. Are you ready to limp? Good.
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly.
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know.
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be...
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night. It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced. I am sure...
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't.
A gift. I am not drawing my gun. Yet.
But he says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his... Just don't walk into another radio trap. Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you. This window is pristine.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. Ending him. The red thread bisecting the room shows the trajectory from the roof outside. Location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. Maybe if you extrapolate all possible points of origin first, the thread will make sense. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points. %. With a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies. None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martin? According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on. 700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account. .2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched. 1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it. Where the concrete crumbled, the shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 8B and 33A. The angle, then, there's the thread the witness left. She did have a first-hand view of the event. Perhaps she found something in the outer reaches of her memory of it. You need to... It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof, the island in the bay.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point. I remember. She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass. It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? I find that hard to believe, but at this point, what difference does it make? So it is.
For a second he seems tired. He is trying to justify... There, across the grey water, amidst crumbling concrete, a birch tree, and the half-sunken ruins of a flak tower.
Could be the makings of a sniper's nest.
Why not? Military fortifications are made for that kind of thing.
Okay, let's go to the fucking island. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone. Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you. You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you defended, maybe putting it a bit generously, though. I had a great view of you doing nothing to stop those psychopaths. Then I crawled inside.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify. Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business. I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a Where was I? How do you think I know the crazy shit you pulled off? So, yeah, I guess I'm what you call a bad act.
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Yeah, I don't know. Clients were panicking.
He means it.
No problem.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Seeing you approach.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon.
Huh? What?
He's very...
Our condolences for your losses.
Does he look like he's okay?
He does not. His unshaven face. While still alive, he has abandoned his own body to decomposition.
He wasn't. That's the thing. Titus...
There's nothing left.
He has lost its survivor's guilt. He feels like he should have died with the others. He may kill himself if he doesn't find a new purpose. or else go on in this way. Not dead, but not really live.
What? Sons of bitches.
Was this really the best idea? I guess you may have prolonged his existence a bit, if he can still remember this when he sobers up.
If you think this will keep him from offing himself, I'll make sure to remind him. So far, I've just been pouring whiskey in him to keep him sedated.
Titus is fucking...
What's gonna happen to the Hardy boys? Look around you, man. This shit is done. There are no more Hardy boys. Look, what do you want from us? Damn songbird of misery, that one.
And do you have any information on these?
God said she took off sometime before the firefight. That's all. Trying to remember if...
She's gone. Face it.
Yeah, you too. It's a rough world out there. Both of you. We shouldn't have fucked with you like we did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight.
That's kind of you to say.
I will.
A sharp pain shoots up your side and into your... The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. The lieutenant crouches.
Looks like it, yes. This is...
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool. People, they say you'd kind of died for a moment, that you let your shit out already, but then came back. So I guess that's what's cool. Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now. Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual with Kuno.
Feels good for some reason.
Watch out, pig. It's a dangerous world out there. Who knows?
Stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your...
Yet you leave. It calls back to an old hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out. No, man. Not...
He says it matter-of-factly.
Time will tell. I'll tell Everard you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad. I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am. Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And live. I'm sure I'll be luckier than you, friend.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes... Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste... Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Is this a...
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of. Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show. Hey, that's just what I heard. Old wives' tale. So, what next? Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy. Fuck it. I'm a bad guy now. There's things more important than holding a grudge. We are what we are. And you're a cop. Shoot. Sorry, man. Didn't mean it like that. Ask away. Okay.
Telling him is a really... The lieutenant throws you. What are you doing?
That's probably for the best. You keep your job to yourself. With a job like yours, you have...
Mon Dieu, officer. It is worse than I thought. Believe me, maybe it's time to slow down. Enjoy life a bit. Anything...
Hello again, sir.
Give me a moment.
This door is no one.
Let's go. There.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see. The trap is full of locusts, but poor thing.
Officer, what happened?
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting you.
Look at you, you can barely walk. Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't...
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
That's nothing to brag about.
Ah.
You feel the ligament move on your left shoulder, and a small...
Of course. Can I help you with some... That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the commun...
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do. On raft. The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins?
Be my guest. They were strange. I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with ether, will you?
That's cool. You boast in your bacteria.
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful.
Aye, aye, Captain.
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull.
Of course, ma'am.
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners.
Please be conservative with the fuel.
Our tenant, the policeman. Aye. Even though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen. What do you expect? Police officers get put into dangerous...
The scruffy-haired little boy kicked...
And that I am. That's, nothing. It's just a seafood and some plants. And we make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Oh, not real bullets. They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put... No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Because he asks to put the fire out. I don't know. Yes. I don't know.
Did you mean there are...
Yes. No, he doesn't live. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there.
Anything else?
I don't know. We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there. Our father. Don't say that, he didn't. I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy. There's
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Man, you're like bleeding now. Reality's really messed you up.
Uncle.
There's...
Be careful out there. Sea's calm as death. That won't be a problem. It's wind still. Please be conservative with the...
A skiff, once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation. Have you made all the necessary preparations? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
What? Fine. Let's blast Sad FM.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last Want to be free.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The loot in the silence. A sputter of wind.
Let's go.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island.
Ah, yes, so it seems. For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also from enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolution.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings. The flock of quail departs. Now more than 100 meters away, 100 on the islet. There is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. The great ghost of the air is holding its breath. A silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree. The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand, the low tide, a low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box. Through its ancient slit, air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow, called a Mamadakwa.
Yes?
This is where a lesser man would stop to think about the pain shooting up his right leg and into his groin.
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
The lieutenant nods. An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift with makeshift electrical wiring. The lieutenant puts his hand.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters.
That should do it. Downstairs, somewhere?
The tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to keep it going for... There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
You force the rest of the sentence out through...
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead. Yes, any time.
You don't have... You see a small metal door nested in...
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still... Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
Books and magazines, like most, are soft covers, serialized fantastique, and among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized.
Someone's made themselves a home.
This old cylindrical generator, the tank is far. The heavy metal door stands. Green paint flecks off the monitor. The keys rattle like teeth.
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
The dial slides up. The lighting in the room turns on with a sizzle. A dim, ambient orange. The heavy metal door stands as it did. A strange feeling, looking at the water, with a bottle in your hand. In the snow-in mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected. Islets and posts, like stepping stones, lead always. Perhaps there's someone there, smelling of maybe. You know. Yes, cold and still. But love it. Yes, yes, yes. No, no. We're not stuck. There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof.
This looks like a good place to aim from.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Bread and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it. The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Morteri.
Could be a coincidence. Or the same person. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside, though. If people live there, they keep it tidy.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window. Quite old and grimy, from years without cleaning by anything other than the springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire, Capeside apartments. The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags, Rue de Saint-Gislain. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
More than that.
I can see it, through the scope of a rifle. The shooter would be prone.
Cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest. Why? We don't go everywhere in the 1,000-meter radius of the crime scene. That's not procedure.
He looks north. He's conflicted for a second. There's guilt there.
Where?
He does not answer. Just nod. He feels
We should move now.
A single and an empty can of beer.
Anything?
There's a rain-soaked.
This looks like a good place to. It's on. Turn emerge.
Automatic boot. The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in. A sudden wave of anxiety.
After you. So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here. I don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke.
Yes? Yes? What do you want to know? Good.
An old man, wearing tracksuit trousers, leans on the... then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is shut. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago.
The what now? I can't hear you. I may have. Also...
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk my eyesight.
A shudder of disgust passes his right.
I did. And you hope reactionary rock and roll music.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating. It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done. It's a 3-angle.
A Samurai rifle.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Signal Corps.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the board.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle.
Yell at him now. Loud. It's a
big-time operator of the pederast army. How about I keep it?
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man.
Put it down now.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb in the sand. His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood.
Worn. Personalized even. Looks like this weapon.
No response from the old man. The plastic cape around his shoulder.
Jacketed. Military-grade ammunition. Stable in flight. Good for him.
As he speaks, he stresses The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. Political Commissar of the 140. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? Your holdover?
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still are. 43 years. No. I've been on other islands. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea. 43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live.
He just couldn't. He nods, but he can.
What have you been doing during...
Hiding, fishing.
Where it's morning, on Rue de Saint-Gislain, people are walking. The gas streetlights have already been switched off. Further inland, in Jamro, the streets come alive with 2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer and Patrol Officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. The officers go, leaving behind the writing.
Always waiting. For hurt.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution. It won't. The material base for an uprising and the historic opportunity for a revolution has passed.
What has he done? Perhaps a confession will lighten the load.
Yes, what? To get things going again? Fan the flame?
There is no flame to fan. There is nothing left of the world. I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of... You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fun. The second is a reaction to take hold. Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men. May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune was...
A terrible shame, still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
I ran. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers underground, like the weakest airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off, and then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. That the bourgeois are not human.
Now is not the time, Lieutenant Yofreto.
I had to fight it. I could not stop anymore. It's not an island. What? It's a defensive fortification of the commune. The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone. You don't know. You haven't seen it. Iblis. The black-eyed angel. How does anyone survive?
Now hold on there.
Supplies, vegetables, collect rainwater.
How is your health?
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
The RCM can provide medical services.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities?
We also have Dramamine.
I have been running out of that.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Admit I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. I don't even know what. Inferno? No wonder. All your minds are rotting from the radio waves. I watched the trait. It's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for us.
There were posters.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Fort, and others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they... At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right? Useless now.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit. I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, love.
The propaganda bunker.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruin. I do. They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me...
The old man looks across the water at the city.
You're with the RCM. The coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of...
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the arc. Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the...
The old man does not answer. He tilts.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the...
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique.
He was like a cleric, a shepherd.
No, the opposite of that. A future...
He nods slowly, then another tremor.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a fact. I've used it.
Here we go. A trail of blood.
killing people.
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a mark? I've used it.
Interesting. During or after?
There is no after the war.
So he's continued killing after. Go in straight. No. Be careful now. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
I don't want to.
And why did you think that was a good idea?
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it. You're in.
Oh, yes. That...
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol.
A drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pilot the gun. The murder weapon. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence.
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top. You have been here a long time, Mr. Dross.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part. Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is...
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Not a lot of guns around that use military.
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons?
Damn, he saw you. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this, when you have the
murder.
This pushed him, but not enough. Just...
You lost, Dwight. You lost.
A drop tear into him again.
You lost, Dwight.
Is what you planned to say. Before you...
Officer, are we sure? We could maybe get more.
The old man... You startled him. Maybe it was the silence. He quickly gathers himself.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The wind picks up. The silence...
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you. Do you
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads of pupils are dilated too.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
There it is again. To your north. As it has been since you came. Something completely different. It sounds like a boat.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat. What?
What are you talking about? Is this...
Your skin crawls. A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there. It's still there. An unfolding mechanism of reed.
What are you talking about? There's nothing.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
Tell me what you see, damn it.
I can see it.
4 simple words, thank God. If he can see, but that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limp.
Be very, very careful.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and the segmented antennae move with reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, the hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch. You smell.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins. No, the flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He's letting his pride get in the way. You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Understood. Of course.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly. A sudden chirrup fills the air. The walking stick moves its whole body, limbs. It moves just an inch closer to you. Or does it only feel like it does? Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes. The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little suddenly. No, stop. Be afraid. As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like shifting around in the reeds around it. In the muddy water, you notice some of its hind legs apparently standing on the water from time to time. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before, like burnt roast.
Careful, it may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
I exist. Tell me what it's like for you. What is your illness? For me, it is not like that. I have states, not the emotions. For example, now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded the shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations, A swarm of sound. I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless. So light. It only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you. With all of creation reflected in the forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writing even when you're sleepy. And when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great. That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired and when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in the sky funeral.
In honor of your will, Lieutenant Euphrator, that you kept from Detective arriving on the scene.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect? He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. Very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. No, you are awake. I am real. Light is foaming me. Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily. You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read. I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and of I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of yes. I do not have a startled display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive. No, you are. The moral of our encounter is I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. But the Pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nigerians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. It's as one called you're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, we suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago. When organisms first, everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day, or just forget? So it is already happening. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed. No, the Pale too came with you. It is a nerve. You're a violent. We suspect it will be everything your eyes touch goes back there. Simian Butcher. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever. No, it isn't. You're a violent. We suspect it will. Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sign.
It doesn't look like that, no. You're just staring at it. Okay, Is it somehow related to the case? I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
No, there is one more. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. She was held on Earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Something stirs in the insect as you begin to back off. It seems to also take a step back. Something tells the arthropod follows you with its antennae. As you back off, the cracks and hisses. Hissing and clicking, the arthropod extends its mandible as you're turning away. The phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface. And, just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror, and something under it. In the place it stood,
it's gone. Apparently, yes, like a water strider. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
In some kind of strange...
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to...
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go. See.
Mr. Drost?
The man does not respond. He keeps with fear, like an addict of some terrible substance. A light shiver passes him, followed by...
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is...
The trembling mouth.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid. Old age and shock. The appearance of the Phasmid in conjunction with the stress of the arrest. He spent his entire life here. For him to leave would be...
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps nothing. The last embers have gone.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is...
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very...
Let's have a closer look at that after. I think I'll be more useful than him.
I lost...
He turns his eyes to the reeds again.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie Phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle?
Silence. Not you've gotten all you will out of this poor bee. The plastic cape flaps up. The blacks of his eyes are... The strength has all gone out.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic.
Classia's hidden documents. From the empty...
It's Clasia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks an old photo, before life came and did what it does.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or... Perhaps, but that still doesn't explain how it got into the nest. Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would...
By now, the lieutenant has accepted...
I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior.
Would it? Maybe it was simply curious.
An octopus belongs to a very different class. It's not even an insect, it's a mollusk. But yes, I see your point. She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith.
I told you she kept lying to you. She's probably lying to someone else right now, in another city.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us, one more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now. I don't know, but it's not Katarzyna Alasia, or Klasia, or Anouk Meyer-Smith. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in mind.
In your hands, you hold 16 dead. Indeed, the book is unusual. It would do that in Grad. You flip through the book. The pages are thin. The back cover is dominated by a black... She can't be much older. In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the... As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other. It would physically hurt you to keep... Fuck it. Do it. They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. happen. She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers. Cease as life leaves their remains between the so good stuff. I fucking... The skiff is
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in, but for the sound of two men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village. Looking, you reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought him.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on...
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstein, Patrol Officer Judith.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you after pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisoragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island. We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police.
But this is clearly a departmental matter. So I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi. Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in my background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get...
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
And people on the street helped us too. With
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk. Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on. Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long?
Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him. He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
it's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. You're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you. Everyone worries. Instead of working.
Yes, I'm Trant Heilestam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heilestam. What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. Like...
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on. Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisoragi. Still a lieutenant.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells? He doesn't
See? He really doesn't remember. It wasn't a...
Yeah, that's very good. The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs. As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Look at the ruins, the neon, listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader, hardwired to the free market. He just...
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in a major crimes unit? Is he?
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then...
Leadership, now.
No, Harry. Fuck you. You already fucked us. I've already explained this shit to Price twice. To Berdiaeva 4 times.
When you clocked out, I became responsible for your cases. And they can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You...
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. Yeah. Just stand there. No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry? Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Tequila sunset. Not sunrise because you're almost dead. So thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get fired. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic. Patrol Officer Minna picks it up and gives it back to you, slippery.
He found it. It's his...
And your gun? He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
What you've discovered? You let the suspect escape, a certain Clasier, because you were too...
We've read the reports, Harry. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Oh, well, if you let her go, I'm not even gonna get into the or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small time still, compared to the 9 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally...
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been. Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing.
You've spent the week with him on this case. On Lieutenant Geoffrey Tordu.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the boring cop issue. Despite all the obvious and almost grotesque mannerisms and sartorial choices, it's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist, a man of the center. Other still, he is also an ultra-liberal hustler who is always on the grind. How he reconciles these 2 points of view, I do not know. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, and he solved it, near perfectly. In 1 week we have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect, 3 meters tall. It's on the island, camouflage as the... I know this sounds fantastic, but I'm a 4 times decorated lieutenant of the RCM. I do not make up and...
I don't doubt you, Lieutenant. If you say it was the Insulindian phasmid, then it was the Insulindian phasmid. Lieutenant, is it somehow connected to the case?
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence, exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia. He fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is...
We could order a search. I could get people from EPIS on the island, entomologists, doctors. There must be signs of it in the reeds. If we found the Insulindian phasmid, well, that would be absolutely exceptional. The PR value alone.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry.
Still, good work with the...
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why?
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist act. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned.
So, it is what a
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
And it worked? He got a war going?
Yes, until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as... Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died.
It's a clean win.
It's way more than that.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work in bed.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It will pass in time.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species, so I have...
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is...
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody.
Now you will finally get to know who you are. The man looks westward, jingling his car keys in his...
Who are you? You're a gym teacher. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girl. Some of your more old-school wording, Chuck.
Also, this guy. Just everything.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then. Yes, you taught gym in Coron. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school.
The smell of sweat and glue.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel.
His smirk suggests barely contained love.
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also,
you really went with it too. Really, Max.
Dora something. Dora England. Yeah.
Not Dora Dubois.
Something like that. Half Vazan. No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, you're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing, I think. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora England really tore you a new one. Incredibly bangable. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous boy.
Heartbreak, pain.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was.
Look, the sun is about to go down.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that. Us? With the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? With the bad guys.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed. And
thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is...
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run the C-Wing. It's not good. Mac the Torso Torson and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me.
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I...
There's also a lot of outside help involved. Not only me. Other losers too.
He's anything but a loser.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price.
He's one of the most highly regarded men.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
So he remembers that. Yes.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security...
He means it. The RCM and its... Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Okay. It's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Revachol. Faubourg, technically, but...
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the...
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is Lena? Well, good luck.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's there they should know as soon as possible, even if...
She is going to be... Watch out, or she'll faint.
Well, First, I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have detective. We just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate. Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my work with Price?
Would fit him. I'm crazy enough. Can take the stress.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to...
I do like the sound of that.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
The great district hums in the slowly falling snow. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimneys. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped... Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nix Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back?